Now back to Inside Real Estate. Here's Mike the Realtor.
Hey folks, we're back inside real estate, sports, entertainment, politics, everything you want to know and hear on Sunday morning. Hey, we're back, and it's time to talk to Richard Tonihka over at Goosehead Insurance. And by the way, I highly recommend you talk to him about all of your insurance needs. You're going to get a better policy, better price. His number direct, 817-286-2002. RichardTAgency.com is the website. Richard, what's going on today?
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm excellent. So you went to the Dixie Chicks concert on Friday?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about it until afterwards. I'm usually up to speed on who's coming to town, but I didn't hear about that.
Well, like I was telling you during break, I mean, I didn't even know the Dixie Chicks were here, but I mean, I saw all my friends on Facebook at the Guns N' Roses concert.
Yeah.
And
that would have been sweet to go. I still kind of looked at some last-minute tickets on eBay, but still they were too high. And so I would have loved to have gone.
But, oh, you almost have to pay me to go see a live concert. It's
We're going to see Heart in a few weeks. They're coming with a couple other people. And
Is it both Wilson sisters?
I believe so.
Really?
Yeah.
They're still amazing live. I worked at a Heart show in Shreveport, Louisiana before I moved here, like about a year ago, and they're still kicking it. Also, I was at the Guns N' Roses show. It was amazing.
Oh, I hate you. How much of the Use Your Illusion, 1 and 2, did they get into?
A couple songs. I know they busted out November Rain.
Yeah.
They hit Appetite pretty heavy, which was awesome, and they also threw out some Chinese Democracy tracks. I didn't know those as much because I never bought the record. But,
I never did either. Yeah.
As far as Appetite for Destruction went, it's like my favorite album of all time. They did Rocket Queen, Night Train, obviously Welcome to the Jungle, Sweet Child of Mine. Before November Rain, they did like the Soleila, the Eric Clapton song, kind of prelude into it. It was pretty sweet, man.
Nice. Well, I would have liked to have been there, but we didn't make it. And Terry, you knew some folks going to that one?
Yeah, just I saw lots of pictures on Facebook.
Yeah.
Lots of folks went.
Yeah. What Axel looks pretty solid in form, and from what I saw on YouTube and some of the other concerts. But let's get into some insurance talk. Let's tell all the people some good information. And what do we got today?
Well, every week we talk about choice and what the power of choice is, but we never really get into it.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what I wanted to touch on today was, what is the power of choice? Would any of us go to a grocery store if they had your grocery cart filled up, ready for you to go? All you had to do was walk in and pay for it. You didn't get to choose anything.
Mm-hmm.
All you do is you have your grocery cart. Here you go. This is the one for you. We decided
it.
Absolutely not. None of us would.
No. But that may not be too far off in the future.
I might do that. Just saying.
My wife would be close. She loves the ordering online and just going by and picking it up.
Yes.
Right.
But that being said, I mean, what the power of choice is going in and actually filling your cart the way you want it filled.
Right.
It's not having someone decide. And I'm going to just say the big three. I mean, you go there. This is your policy. This is your policy for you, Mike. This is the same policy for you, Terry, and that would be the same policy for me.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we may all have different situations or anything else, or be completely in different parts of our lives, it's still the same policy. You don't really get a choice on that. All you really get a choice on is what's your deductible, and do you want to take coverage away? None of us want to take coverage away. Neither one of those is a good option for any homeowner.
Right.
What Goosehead does is we have over 25 different companies that if you want a set deductible where you don't want to go on a percentage, we've got that. Does that cost? Yes. If you want your home deductible to be $1,000, we can make that happen. Rather than doing the 1%. I've seen some houses 2%. One of the customers that I was dealing with this week came in with a 5%, and I was just like, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But like I told him, it's like, you don't have to worry about me ever trying to do anything like that to you, because if I won't do it for my family, I won't do it for you.
Right.
But that being said, it was eye-opening on what kind of choices we can give, because we started going through a few of his declaration pages on his I don't want to say the company name, but with his company, and we started going line item by line item. He's like, I don't care about this. And he's like, I talked to that agent. I wanted this taken off. I couldn't get it taken off. It's part of the policy. I was like, well, we're going to go through here. We're going to tell you exactly what this coverage is, why it's important, why it's not important, and all the endorsements that you have on your policy as well, because there are certain endorsements that I put on every policy. It's what I would want for my family. And I explain that going up to everyone. This is what I would do for my family.
Right.
And if they choose to do that, fantastic. If they don't, at the end of the day, it's their policy.
Right.
They can do what they want to. I'll just make them sign a notice that saying, "Hey, I did offer this to you. This I think this is important for you. You chose not to do it. It's just me covering myself. But at the end of the day, it's your policy, and I'm going to do what you want to do."
Right. And there's the power of choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he was going through, and he didn't want his separate structures. He was like, all I have is a fence, and y'all aren't going to pay very much for a fence, so I don't want 10%. I was like, well, it's not that much of a difference in price, but if you don't want it, I'll take it off, or I'll reduce it from the 10% that's the norm to 2%. And wanted to do that. He cared more about having a set deductible, which your big three aren't going to give you a set deductible anymore. It's always going to be a percentage of your dwelling.
Right.
And so a lot of people think that the higher the dwelling is, the better. No, not always. There is not one insurance carrier that is going to give you 1 cent more than what it takes to rebuild your house.
Right.
Doesn't matter if they're giving you if they're saying on the dwelling it's $190,000, but it's only going to cost $142,000 to rebuild your house. You're not getting $190,000. You're getting $142 to rebuild. That's
right.
it.
Yeah.
We can't get a check for 50 G's on top of it. Come on. We're getting, you know what?
So going through and finding those different carriers and making sure that we have the deductible that you want, the endorsements that you want with 25 different carriers, the amount of endorsements that we can add to a policy, and also the amount of discounts that we can offer anyone far surpasses anything that the big three can do. And so going through here, saying like single deductibles. Does anybody know what a single deductible is?
I don't.
Okay. With certain carriers, if you combine your home and your auto with the same company, like Kemper, Progressive, or Safeco, you're going to be able to get all these hailstorms. Your cars were out in your driveway. Rather than paying the deductible for each one of your cars to get fixed and your roof, a single deductible, you pay the deductible for your house. Everything else gets fixed.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. And when I can combine someone with a single deductible policies by combining their home and auto with the same company, I am all over that because it's what's right and what's best for the customer.
Right.
Especially around here with all the hailstorms that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime that I can save them money or give them a better policy, we're all over that, right?
Right.
It's no brainer.
Right.
And so it may not be saving them money on their premium. Like I say, it doesn't make any sense to pay $50 or $100 less and lose coverage.
Right.
So if it's a $50 or $100 or something like that to combine your home and auto with the same company to get that combined single limit or combined the single deductible, I push that as much as anything to make sure that down the line, it's not a matter of if you have a claim. It's just a matter of when you're going to have a claim and how much it's going to cost.
Right.
And so what we really do is make sure that bad day doesn't turn into a bad year or a bad life.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, with the flat fee deductible, that is a rare thing. I mean, I would think right off the bat that would generate a lot of people wanting to call in to your office and talk to you about a flat fee deductible.
Oh, I love them, and I don't personally have it, but because it does cost a little bit more. Because if you have a flat fee of $1,000 or $2,500 or whatever it is, depending on how much your dwelling is at, that may be a no-brainer
for just a little bit extra in the overall policy amount.
Because you figure if your home is $500,000 or up, you're self-insuring for $5,000 at least, no matter what. So if you can get a policy that gives you a $2,500 deductible, you're cutting your deductible in half when something happens.
Right.
Sure. Absolutely. Folks, hey, you want to call Richard, trust me, you're going to get better policies, better coverage, better prices, and you're going to get access to things that you've never even heard of before. You know, your agent in the big box, office, is going to stick you in their box. That's what they do every single time. Richard's got things he can do for you that nobody else can do, and it's just the honest truth. richard.tonihka.com is the website, richard.tonihka.com. Call him direct, 817-286-2002, 817-286-2002. Let him know you appreciate all his work on the radio show and talk to him about your policies. Hey, folks, we're going to take a short break. Come on back.